Grizz the bear loved to eat. He had a big appetite and an even bigger love for delicious food. Every day he would wander through the forest, sniffing out the best berries, honey and anything else that caught his fancy. But there was one event that he looked forward to more than anything else. He was especially excited about the forest feast. This was no ordinary meal. It was a grand celebration where all the animals came together to share their best dishes. The air would be filled with the aroma of freshly picked fruits, roasted nuts and other delectable treats. All the animals brought their tastiest treats. Squirrels would bring their finest acorns, rabbits would share their crispest carrots, and birds would offer the juiciest berries. It was a time of joy and camaraderie, where everyone contributed to the feast. But the best treat was always the biggest fish, a prize that everyone coveted. This fish was not just any fish. It was a symbol of skill and perseverance, caught from the deepest part of the Whispering River. Caught from the Whispering River, this fish was the highlight of the feast. Its capture was a testament to the fish's prowess and determination. The river, with its clear flowing waters, was home to the most elusive and largest fish in the forest.
This year, the challenge was on. The excitement was palpable as all the animals gathered by the river, each one eager to prove their fishing skills. The competition was fierce and the stakes were high. Who would catch the biggest fish? The question lingered in the air, creating a buzz of anticipation. Each animal had their own strategy, their own secret techniques, but only one would emerge victorious. I knew I had to try. The thought of catching the biggest fish filled me with determination. I could feel the adrenaline pumping through my veins as I prepared my fishing gear.
With a determined glint in his eye, Grizz accepted the challenge. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was ready to give it his all. The forest feast was not just about the food, it was about proving oneself. He was going to catch the biggest fish the forest had ever seen. With every splash and every tug on the line, Grizz's resolve grew stronger. This was his moment, and he was determined to make it count. The Whispering River was known for its tricky currents and slippery rocks. This river, with its serene appearance, often deceived those who underestimated its power. The water flowed with a gentle murmur, but beneath the surface it held a strength that could challenge even the most experienced creatures. Grizz stepped carefully, his paws padding softly on the mossy stones. Each step was deliberate, as he knew one wrong move could send him tumbling into the cold, rushing water. The moss provided a deceptive sense of security, but Grizz was wise to its tricks. The water gurgled and splashed, trying to knock him off his feet. It was as if the river had a mind of its own, testing Grizz's resolve with every step he took. The playful yet relentless splashes were a constant reminder of the river's hidden dangers.
The current is strong today. The river seemed to be in a particularly feisty mood, its current swirling with an unusual vigor. It was a challenge that Grizz had faced many times before, but today the river seemed more determined than ever to assert its dominance. It pushed against Grizz, trying to sweep him away. The force of the water was almost overwhelming, but Grizz's strength and determination kept him grounded. He could feel the power of the river trying to pull him under, but he resisted with all his might.
But Grizz was strong too. His muscles tensed as he fought against the current, every fibre of his being focused on staying upright. He had faced many challenges in his life, and this was just another test of his resilience. He dug his claws into the riverbed and held on tight. He wouldn't give up. The river might be powerful, but Grizz's will was stronger. His claws found purchase in the rocky riverbed, anchoring him against the relentless flow.
"Careful, Grizz!" The warning echoed in his mind as he navigated the treacherous terrain. Each step was a battle, but Grizz was determined to make it across. These rocks are slipperier than they look. The smooth, wet surfaces glistened in the sunlight, hiding their true nature. Grizz knew that one misstep could spell disaster, but he trusted his instincts and pressed on, ever vigilant.
Suddenly Grizz spotted something, a flash of brown fur. It was Bruno, the biggest bear in the forest. Bruno was also trying to catch the biggest fish.
This fish is mine.
Bruno grinned at Grizz.
I knew I had to be faster and smarter than Bruno to catch the biggest fish. The challenge just got more exciting.
Grizz noticed his friend, Rosie the raccoon, watching from the riverbank. Rosie was small but very clever.
I have an idea.
He whispered his plan to Rosie. Rosie's eyes widened. Then she nodded excitedly.
Let's do this, Rosie.
Rosie scurried across a fallen log, herding a school of silvery fish downstream. Grizz watched, his heart pounding, as the biggest fish swam right into his path. Grizz took a deep breath and plunged into the water. The cold, clear stream enveloped him as he swam deeper, his eyes scanning for movement. Suddenly he spotted a massive fish gliding through the water. With a swift motion, Grizz caught the fish in his powerful jaws and emerged triumphantly. He came up with the biggest fish anyone had ever seen. The sunlight glistened off the fish's scales, making it look even more impressive.
Everyone cheered as Grizz brought his catch to the shore. The forest was alive with excitement. Birds chirped joyfully from the treetops, and the other animals gathered around, their eyes wide with amazement. Grizz's friends rushed to his side, patting him on the back and congratulating him on his incredible catch. It was a moment of pure joy and camaraderie.
Well, I guess you won this time, Grizz. One of his friends, a wise old owl, hooted in approval. You've really outdone yourself, the owl said, nodding sagely. The other animals echoed the sentiment, their voices blending into a harmonious chorus of praise. Grizz smiled, feeling a warm sense of accomplishment.
Bruno grumbled, but he had to admit, Grizz had won the challenge. Bruno, a bear known for his competitive spirit, couldn't hide his annoyance. He crossed his arms and huffed, but even he had to acknowledge Grizz's impressive feat. All right, Bruno muttered. You did good, Grizz. The other animals laughed, knowing that Bruno's grumpiness was just his way of showing respect.
That night, at the forest feast, everyone enjoyed Grizz's delicious fish. It was the best feast ever. The animals gathered around a large, makeshift table, their faces lit by the warm glow of a bonfire. The air was filled with the mouth-watering aroma of the cooked fish. Laughter and chatter filled the night as they shared stories and enjoyed the feast. It was a night to remember, a celebration of friendship and teamwork.
I learned that even the biggest challenges are easier with a little help from your friends. As the night drew to a close, Grizz reflected on the day's events. He realized that the support and encouragement of his friends had made all the difference. Together, we can achieve anything, he thought, feeling grateful for the bonds that held their forest community together. The feast was a testament to their unity and the strength they found in each other.